Hello, everybody, and I would like to thank my wonderful subscribers. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Mr. Nightmare video. And today, we are going to be watching The Disturbing Clue Vacation Horror Stories. I have been on a lot of vacations, a lot of hotel rooms. Can't say anything too disturbing happened at any of them. My dad almost drowned one time, but I have a feeling that isn't the kind of thing that they're looking for right now. So, yeah. Not much else to say before we start the video. And yet, start it right now. Okay?
Your perfect domain is out there. Go to Wix and make it yours.
Turns out that app actually is free. Not completely, but it is kind of free. Oh, there's some. Oh my god, there's a face. Story by Robert Palantine-Medlin.
This story is from when I was a senior in high school.
Okay, I'm a senior.
I was a rebellious teenager, but only when it came to my family.
I'm not that
I
rebellious.
was not a bad kid by any means, just a punk when it came to my family.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of rude
I
too.
was that kid who was too cool to spend time with them. They always expected me to entertain my little brother Jake, who was only 10 years old at the time.
I am the little blubber.
I was 8 years older than him. With that age difference, we may as well have been different species.
Damn.
Whenever we would take
Harsh.
trips, my family would usually stay somewhere on or near the ocean. We only lived about 5 hours from the coast. So it
we
was an easy
vacation
trip.
in Hawaii.
This specific year, they decided to take a trip to Maine. Don't get me wrong, it was beautiful.
Yeah,
And as an
okay.
adult, I would love to go back. But as an 18-year-old,
You didn't
I
like
felt
it.
that this was the worst trip we could ever take.
Damn.
Before I continue the story,
Did you
let me just
complain?
acknowledge that I know how much of a piece of garbage I was back then.
No, I
Even as
get
I
it.
write this, I can't believe how much of a little punk I was. We got to the
Man, how bad were you? Because like, the worst thing I've ever done at a vacation is complain. Like, don't get me wrong, I am a massive complainer when I have to do something I really don't want to do.
house, and it was incredible. It looked like something out of
What
a
did you
Stephen King
do?
novel, which was fitting because we were in Maine. It
Yeah.
was a massive white house with green shutters that was
You
deep
lived at
within
the
trees.
White House on
My dad
vacation?
even made the joke, "This is how most horror movies start, isn't it?"
Damn.
Probably not the best thing to
Really
say
set
in
you
front of
guys
a
up for
10-year-old,
failure.
but my brother didn't care. He was just as mesmerized by the house as I was.
Okay.
Inside the house was almost like a maze. The back center of the house was a huge living room that had an awesome view of a forest behind the house.
Nice.
The rest of the house had all these hallways that intersected in places that strangely didn't make sense. It was
Okay.
like a house you would design in The Sims, and not something you'd see in real life.
Oh, yeah.
The weirdest
Too
part of this place was
confusing.
not the hallways. It was that the house connected to a small adjoining house. The
Really?
house where
Two
the owner of
houses?
the
Like a
property we were
duplex?
staying at lived. His name was Hugh. He was, let's say, strange. He
Oh.
was tall and wore this very old sweat-stained bucket hat.
That ain't
His
two,
teeth
though.
were very
Two houses
yellow,
in
but
one.
It wasn't his physical characteristics that stood out.
His
It was
eyes.
his personality. He was goofy and loud, a bit eccentric even.
That's not
He
bad.
welcomed my family and acted very friendly toward us. He kept referring to how kind folks from Maine were. My family
Okay.
was polite and nodded along with him while he was talking to
Yeah,
them.
buddy.
He told us that he was right next door if we needed anything, and other than that, we wouldn't hear or see him for the entire week.
Good.
We weren't thrilled about having this person basically in the same house as us,
I mean,
but there was nothing we could
it's
do.
not that
and we
bad.
just decided to make the best of it. Well, my family decided to make the best of
You
it.
didn't.
I was being the worst and telling my family that I wanted to leave. I
Me
was
too,
looking
bud.
for any excuse to leave and come home. The first morning there, while we were eating breakfast, my parents told us that we were going on this great hike.
Yeah, me dad,
I
you
told them that I
complained
didn't
about
wanna
it.
go. After a little back and forth, they decided to let me stay at the house.
Really?
The three of them were going to go on the hike.
Yucky.
The main reason I didn't want to go was that right before vacation,
What?
I had just started dating this girl, Danny.
Oh,
and
I
wanted to
get
talk to
it.
her. I knew if I went on the hike, I wouldn't get service. So I ditched my family to text my high school girlfriend.
No, I get
I was
that.
telling Danny about the house and sending her pictures.
Your family is forever. You don't know if this relationship is gonna be forever. And trust me, it is way easier to fix a family problem than a relationship problem.
There's the weird layout.
Sometimes.
When I told her about the adjoining house, she didn't believe me.
Well,
I told her I was going to send her a video to prove it. At the end of one of the hallways was a door.
And that leaded to the house?
Telling her that behind that door is Hugh's house. She still didn't believe me.
Oh my god.
So I sent her a video.
Why don't you believe me? Also, if you're going to a video, I always love when they do that because it's just a little more proof that it actually happened. But, man, okay, your tail friend really doesn't seem to believe you. Why? Is it that hard to believe that, like, there's a house like this? Really? I didn't think it would be. Oh my god. Oh, I saw the body. Am I gonna jump? Oh my god!
I went to open the door, assuming it would be locked, and it wasn't. The worst part of this was that the door to Hugh's was right next to the door to my bedroom. This guy's unlocked door that was right next to where I would be sleeping.
You had a yacht, right?
I ended up walking inside Hugh's house while on FaceTime with Danny. It was just a normal little house.
Yeah.
The room I was in had a TV and
what was the bang?
Nothing spectacular. I heard a door shut from somewhere in the house.
Oh shit.
I panicked and ran back to our side of the house.
Okay.
A few minutes later, Hugh was knocking at the door.
Oh no.
He was still cheerful and goofy and asked why I was recording videos of his house.
Oh no.
I tried lying and telling him that I was just lost.
Yeah.
He didn't believe me. He also didn't seem that mad.
Yeah, okay.
He told me that he had cameras in his house and he got alerted to one of the doors opening.
Okay.
When he checked it. He had me on video flashing my phone all over the room.
Sick.
I just told him the truth after that, and he laughed.
Yeah.
He made some weird comment about how nobody in Maine locks their doors.
Oh.
I laughed awkwardly.
Well, you're gonna be the first one to do that.
Left, and you better believe I locked the door. Maybe
Yeah,
people
do
in Maine
it.
don't lock their doors.
But I
where
do.
I'm from, you lock the doors and check twice.
Yeah.
Danny told me that she didn't trust this guy and that I needed to protect myself just in case.
Yeah, good
Carried
idea.
a large wooden chair over to the door and basically propped it against the door as a makeshift lock.
Good job.
When my family came back, I told them about the weird interaction with Hugh.
Okay, but you really can't, like, say that he was wrong. I mean, you did go into his part of the house, so, like, you can't really ask for any, like, sympathy from your parents at that point.
They were more angry with me
Yeah,
than into his house.
Yeah.
They were right, but I still yelled at them anyway.
No, yeah, I
My
get
parents
it. It
only
was
been back for maybe 30
probably
or 40
creepy on
minutes
your
and told me to
end.
get ready because we were going out for dinner.
But I don't want to.
I protested and said I wasn't leaving.
Yeah.
My parents were still a little upset about the Hugh thing, so they didn't bother fighting with me. They
Oh.
told me that they would bring food home for me.
Oh, thank
Not
you.
long after they were gone, the sun went down. I looked out the windows and it was
I would not want to be in the same house as, what was your name, Danny? I would not want to be in the same house as Hugh, though. I don't know what the food would be, but yeah, I don't know, I would probably want to go with them. But yeah, I get it. You don't want to go with your family
pitch
after
black,
that.
like no light at all. A couple of hours later, I was sitting on the couch texting Danny when I heard a loud crash.
Oh,
I sprang up right away.
yeah.
It sounded like it came from the end of the hall where Hugh's door was locked. I started putting pieces together in my head.
What?
And I concluded that the sound very well could have been the sound of the big wooden chair being knocked over.
Oh.
My first thought was that Hugh was trying to get in.
I mean,
I snuck over
he's
to the hall,
allowed to
wanting
do
to catch
that.
this creep in the act. It was too dark to see at the end of the hall. I flipped the light switch, and the chair was knocked over, and on the ground next to the chair was a backpack that wasn't mine.
Oh.
I ran to the screened-in front porch, locked the door that led to the inside of the house, and made sure the screen door to the outside was locked.
Good.
I know it's not exactly a fortress.
Yeah,
but it would
no.
at least give me time to make a move if I needed to.
Yeah.
Serious dictation.
But man, oh my gosh. I mean, the problem with that is that, like, I have, like, Hugh does have, like, he's allowed to go into his own house. I mean, so this is his house, right? He was the owner. So, like, I mean, I guess, like, he isn't allowed to go in because you thought you're there. I don't know if you guys signed a contract with him. I assume you guys probably did sign a contract with him. But I don't know what it said, so...
I sat in the fetal position on the ground under a patio table.
Why?
I didn't know what to do. And of course, I left my phone in the living room where I was texting Danny.
God damn it.
I heard footsteps.
Now you don't have 911.
Not erratic movements, just normal walking. I don't know exactly how long had passed, but it was at least several minutes when I saw the headlight of my dad's van pulling in.
Okay.
I got up, ran outside, and told them to stay in the car. My parents were confused
Yeah,
because I was speaking incoherently about what happened.
Yeah.
That's when Hugh came over, and I just about fell on the ground. He leaned over to my dad and said he needed to talk to him in private.
Oh no, he didn't make you look so bad.
He basically just dismissed me. I could tell by Hugh's body language that something was wrong. He wasn't being gleeful and silly anymore.
Nope, he's serious.
Like he had seen a ghost.
Hugh now.
My dad shook Hugh's hand, turned to me, and told me to get into the van. He said that we needed to go somewhere quickly.
Wait, what?
My little brother was confused, and I could tell my dad was freaked out. My dad drove away from the house and to the grocery store parking lot about a mile down the road. Just minutes later, we saw several police cars drive by the parking lot.
Oh.
We all started yelling at my dad to tell us what was going on. And he was honest with us and told us everything.
What?
Hugh also heard the loud noise. He got an alert that his camera had been set off. The chair that I was using as a lock must have had enough of an impact on the door when it was knocked over that it registered movement on Hugh's camera.
Damn.
He assumed I was trying to get inside his house again. He thought that maybe I was trying to pull some kind of high school prank.
No.
He checked the cameras and didn't see anything.
Okay.
He said he had a gut feeling that something was wrong, so he decided to invade our privacy and check the camera that he had in the hallway of the house we were staying in.
Okay.
It was too dark to see anything until I turned the light on. He still only saw the knocked over chair and the backpack, which he thought could be mine. Just as he was about to turn the camera off, he saw a tall, bald man come out of the bedroom I was staying in.
Oh!
A man he knew wasn't my dad and wasn't me. The man grabbed the backpack and went back into the room. Hugh ran outside immediately to help me and noticed that's right when I had locked the screen door and ducked down.
Okay.
He was smart enough to assume that I probably wouldn't have believed him.
Yeah.
And he was right. I wouldn't have. Instead, Hugh hid in the front yard with a clear vantage point of the house, just in case this intruder tried anything. He didn't want to sneak in through the adjoining house and potentially alert the intruder, because he thought that might put me in danger.
Wow, he's actually very nice.
Returned, he told my dad everything, and that's why we ran off. We were only in the parking lot for a few minutes when Hugh called and said that the police chased the man into the woods and they hadn't caught him yet.
God damn it.
He told us to remain there and that he would grab all our things and bring them to us.
Wow, this guy is so nice.
And drove home the next morning. If I hadn't acted like a spoiled kid and stayed at the house, all this could have played out much differently. It could have been a lot worse.
Yeah.
A few months later.
So, in a way, you, being a little asshole, kinda worked out for the better. You don't know what would have happened if that chair hadn't been there. You don't know what could have happened. And he was in your room. What could he have done there?
My dad reached out to Hugh and asked him if they ever caught the guy.
Nope.
They never did. Even with all Hugh's cameras around the property, they still didn't know how he got in or even what his intentions were. He could have just been a homeless man looking for shelter.
Maybe.
At least that's what I told myself back then so I could sleep at night.
Like the most hopeful
Sometimes the scariest
outcome.
things that happen to us aren't always face-to-face interactions. Sometimes it's just people hiding in plain sight.
I mean, he was in plain sight. It's just that this guy was in plain hidden sight. Story number 2 is by Jen. That one was pretty good. I liked how it kind of had a twist to it. It wasn't just that, oh hey, there's this creepy homeowner. It's, hey, this guy is a bit of an oddball. But oh hey, turns out he was a good guy. I know these are true stories, but all that proves is that reality is stranger than fiction. Let's keep going with story number 2.
My family goes on this epic vacation together.
Where?
We stay at my aunt and uncle's house that's right on the ocean in West Palm Beach.
Nice.
Their son Will is the same age as me, and we've always been good friends.
How old are
It's
you
also
guys?
not just my immediate family. My other aunt and uncle join us and bring their kids as well.
Yeah,
Their daughter
whole
Teresa
group
is my best friend.
family.
We went all through high school together, and because we're the same age, have the same last name, and kind of resemble each other, everybody thought we were twins.
No.
We would love these family vacations because we would tell strangers that we were twins.
Ha.
As we got older, Teresa, Will, and I would party like rock stars on these family vacations.
Okay,
We'd spend the day on the beach with the family, but at night, Will would take us to bars and clubs. Because he was the local boy, he knew all the hot spots. On one specific family vacation from a few years ago, the three of us witnessed something weird.
What?
Something that still bothers me and freaks me out to this day.
No.
Teresa and Will aren't so freaked out.
Okay.
They think what we witnessed was some kind of prank or just a weird occurrence.
What happened in your eyes?
So sure. The trip was like any other West Palm family vacation. We were living it up. Once in a while on these trips, Will would accidentally have a little too much to drink.
And you would have to take him back?
Accidental. The boy liked his drinks. But because of this, Teresa and I would know exactly when he hit his limits. That's usually when we would call it a night and find a ride home.
Yeah.
I was always responsible for us getting home. I would only drink to a certain point, and then spend the rest of the time making sure that Teresa, and especially Will, didn't end up in a ditch somewhere.
You were the designated...
On this specific night, Will started getting...
You were the designated sober person?
A little rowdy in one of the bars. He kept saying that because he was a local, he could run his mouth. But that's not a thing. He was making a lot of people inside the bar mad.
Oh,
and
no.
He ended up getting thrown out of the bar we were
That's not how it works,
and I knew
buddy.
He physically got thrown out of the bar by the bouncer.
Damn!
He was mumbling a little bit, but he was fine. He didn't hit his head or anything. I think his self-esteem was hurt more than anything.
Ha!
I
Boy,
told Teresa
don't do
to watch
that.
him while I tried to find us an Uber or another way home. He kept calling me a buzzkill, and that's kind of how I knew it was time to go.
Meanie.
I secured us a ride that would be there shortly. While we were waiting, I called my boyfriend and just told him about the night we were having.
Yeah?
He laughed and told me to call him when I got back to the house.
Ha?
Just as I hung up the phone, Teresa ran over to me freaking out.
What? What happened?
She said
what
she
happened
wasn't
with
paying
Will?
attention to Will while she was on her phone, and he got up and wandered off.
What?
The boy was in no condition to wander anywhere.
Your one
I
job
tried calling him,
went to
but his phone
watch
kept
him.
going right to voicemail, which is right on brand for Will. After a few minutes of running around the streets yelling his name, I heard Teresa shout at me that she could see him.
Where is he?
Thankfully, it was Will. He was walking in a very crooked line and heading towards the swamp or forest or something. I don't know what you would call it in Florida. I don't know the difference between what qualifies as a forest or a swamp.
It doesn't
It was a
matter.
heavily wooded area with a lot of mud and dirt.
Okay.
I'm going to refer to it in this story as a swamp because I feel like that's more on brand for Florida.
Ha.
Anyway,
I don't
Teresa
know
grabbed
if
him
it is
before
or
we entered
isn't.
the swamp and started giving him a verbal beatdown. Will was laughing and acting like a toddler. As soon as Teresa let go of Will,
So
he
drunk
sprinted
he
into the
doesn't
swamp.
give a shit.
I don't know if it was adrenaline or rage, but without thinking, we sprinted into the woods after him. It only took us a little while to catch up. He
Okay.
was so messed up that he wasn't moving very fast.
Oh no.
Using the flashlight from the cell phone, we were able to see just how dirty and gross this area was.
Ew.
Our feet were completely covered in mud.
Yeah.
As we started heading out of the thick brush, Will, of all people, told us to shush.
What?
We both looked at him like we were going to smash him in the face.
Yeah, I
Before we could
bet.
speak, he told us to be quiet again. He ducked down and looked scared. This was a completely different Will than 10 seconds ago.
Damn! Will got so sedated he lost all the alcohol out of himself. Sorry, let me re-say that sentence. Okay. Will was so sedated, it sedated all the alcohol out of him.
It didn't take us long to realize why Will got down.
Why?
We heard shouting and screaming coming from somewhere in the swamp.
How did you not
It wasn't
hear
just
it
normal
before
screaming,
him?
At least to me, it didn't sound that way. It was like screams I've never heard before, and I haven't heard them since.
Utter
The three
horror.
of us just stayed quiet and stayed put while the sounds of these screams echoed all around us. We couldn't tell exactly where the screams
my
were coming
God.
from, but whoever was screaming sounded like they were in trouble.
I bet.
Then, almost as abruptly as they started,
They
the screams
stopped?
stopped. We didn't move. We stayed put in that muddy swamp for at least another 15 minutes. Then we sprinted out of the swamp as fast as we could.
Yeah, no, I'm
made our way back
running.
to one of the streets with the bars. We got a ride home and sobered up real quick. We tried figuring out what we heard so we could make a rational explanation.
You can.
Anything we came up with wasn't good.
Someone got murdered, probably. Someone probably got murdered. That's what happened.
Teresa came up with the idea to check out the swamp in the morning.
Okay.
During the day, she said we could safely navigate the area and see if there was anything to be worried about.
How would we know?
I would never be able to navigate my way back to exactly where we were that night before.
Yeah.
But Teresa's good like that. She's like a professional hiker, and she proved that by getting us to the exact spot we were hiding in the night before.
How do you know where you were hiding?
We're still in the dirt from where we were hiding.
Okay.
We all talked for a little bit about what direction we thought the screams came from, even though it was hard to pinpoint because of the way the scream echoed. We all surprisingly agreed on the same general direction.
Okay, that's good.
Teresa led the way through the...
If you guys all agree on what you went through, I would say that's a decent sign that you guys know where it came from.
Thick brush. This wasn't like a normal path. We were basically walking through bushes and mud puddles. A few minutes later, Teresa gasped.
What?
On one of the tree branches was the sleeve of a denim jacket.
Oh no.
Just the sleeve. On the ground below the torn sleeve was a bunch of different footprints in the mud. Almost like it was a struggle of some kind.
Yeah.
I was ready to go back.
Someone got murdered.
Forward a little bit. Not far from the sleeve was a small opening surrounded by trees. On the ground was the rest of the denim jacket.
Oh.
Surrounding the jacket were more of the footprints in the mud that looked like they were all bunched up in one spot.
Yeah.
Again, making me feel like a struggle took place here. Leading away from the jacket was one set of footprints. They led straight into more thick brush where it was impossible to track the footsteps anymore.
Yeah, I think someone got murdered.
I told Teresa and Will that I didn't feel safe anymore and that I wanted to go back to the house.
I could never feel safe here again.
But they were uneasy about all of this. We went back to the house, and I don't know why I let them talk me into this, but we agreed to just let it go. I was sure at that
I would let it go too.
Some form of potential crime, but Will and Teresa didn't fully agree. They said it was possible, but most likely it was just a joke, or even more likely...
What do you mean a joke? Where is the joke element? For it to be a joke, there has to be an audience. Otherwise, it's just roleplay. So, are you saying that they knew you were there? That's horrifying. And second, what is the joke? Is it, making you guys think that someone got murdered? Is that the joke?
Likely a coincidence that we found the code and just happened to hear screaming the night before. Will also convinced us that if we got law enforcement involved, we would be the only ones linked to the crime, if there was one.
Oh,
and that scared us. Even though we clearly had nothing to hide.
Yeah.
He made the point that it's possible the cops wouldn't believe 3 young adults were just in the middle of this random swampy area and witnessed a potential crime. Would they really believe that our...
I don't know. Lie to them. Say that, I don't know. Say that one of you hid someone's purse here, and you guys were trying to find the purse again. And then you just say, all you have to do right now is get your purse, dip it in the mud a bit, and boom, you have proof that, oh hey, we weren't drunk, even though that doesn't matter. To me, that part just doesn't matter. I do not think the police are gonna care how drunk you were. Apart from, how much that gonna ruin your testimony, okay? Somebody could have been murdered here. I think I'm gonna tell the police, because I don't want to get murdered. So, I don't know, the denim jacket, it may have blood on it. You never said if there was blood, so you don't know.
Our drunk cousin just wandered into the swamp? If I could do
yes,
it over,
they would have.
I would have called the police right after I heard the screams.
Good.
At the time, I just thought Will made good points, and
really?
I thought it was best to just move on and forget about it.
Will was the person who got you into that mess.
I still think about that scream.
Yeah.
I've always wondered if I truly witnessed a crime, or if I just witnessed some intense domestic issue.
Maybe.
I had to get the story off my chest.
They're both bad.
It's been therapeutic in a way to share this. I hope nobody has to ever hear those kinds of screams in your lifetime, because you'll never forget them.
Yeah. Okay, so first one is still a bit better than the second one, but it was pretty okay too. Not much to say about it. It was good. Well, it wasn't good. What happened wasn't good. It was less definitive than the other one, and it definitely was probably less scary, but it was still quite disturbing, and that's the whole point. Now, we have one more story, but I think we're gonna do that one next time. Bye!